What's going on, y'all? Trucker with C4. Back at it with another one with y'all for night transportation, y'all. If y'all don't know me, my name is Chase Massey. I work for these guys, the Big Red. They look like Swift, but we not Swift, but we on Swift. Night transportation. I'm on a Family Dollar account. And me personally, I like to say that I'm the hardest runner on the Family Dollar account. Don't tell that to the old guys, but I stay out the longest. So on the account. But this account is all about trucking, the Family Dollar account with Night, and my journey to be an owner-operator doing flatbed one day. So I will say news. I will say that if you come tonight, right now, you will probably get a lot of Chicago's. We're getting a lot of Chicago's because I think that the distribution center in Indiana switched they range, and so now we cover more Chicago. So which is okay. With Night, you do get to pay the extra $100 for going to Chicago, which it's okay. I mean, last week I went to Chicago twice. No, actually, week before last, 2 weeks ago, I went to Chicago twice, and it really didn't make a difference. That extra $100 didn't really make a difference in my paycheck. It really only covered really like my paycheck looked like what it would when I didn't have my dental and vision and 401k hooked up. So what else would I tell y'all? Chicago is really tight. If y'all never been, Chicago is really tight, especially on a Family Dollar account. You know, you in a sleeper truck, and you pull in a 45-foot trailer, 49-foot trailer. It's really like on the inside, it's like 45, 48 foots, 49 foot trailers. And the stores in Chicago, yeah, it's really a miss. It's not really ever a hit. You know, like the week before last, I did actually have some alright stores. I got to a store, I was late. 2 stores was running behind, and I ended up couldn't get to my third stop. So I had to, because if you guys don't know, Chicago, you can't really find parking. You got to go at least 45 minutes to an hour outside of that to even find parking for a truck. So I was running out of time, so I had to go somewhere else and do the other delivery in the morning, the following morning. So my truck just shut off. But so I got up the next morning about 4 or 5 in the morning and went to the next store. Let me tell you something about this store. There was a cable line, a power line, whatever was down, and I didn't want to back over it. So I called my boss, and they were doing construction on the parking lot. So the parking lot was all tore up. They was finna put down stripes on the parking lot and repave it and all that. So I get there at 6 a.m. Nobody's there. I'm waiting. Mind you, my clock, once you start your clock, it doesn't stop. So I call them, tell them about the power line. Let me try to adjust my camera. And everything. And the stores usually open up about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Usually about 8, 9 o'clock. So they finally come in at 8 o'clock. Mind you, they had approved the 6 a.m. So the manager already knew about the 6 a.m. If he knew or she knew that they weren't gonna get there till 8, I could have had extra couple hours of sleep, and extra time on my clock. So that really played a part. Then I waited about 4 hours till a district manager came out there, and pulled up the cable line. I couldn't pull it up because first of all, I'm 13.6 off the ground. The truck and trailer is, and that's not my job. I'm not really a big guy on that, but that's not my job, you know. So that's a day problem. I tried to go in the other back in the other alley, this other side of the alley, and the lines were just too low. And I told them that they were gonna keep having that problem even after they temporarily fixed it. I said, you know, you're gonna keep having this problem that the trucks keep coming in and out of here once a week. That they're gonna continue just knocking down this wire. So he was like, oh, you know, trash trucks getting here just fine. I said, well, trash trucks are smaller than us. You know, we're trash trucks maybe 11'6", 12 feet off the ground. You know, that foot actually matters. So it's small stuff you gotta deal with, y'all. And then that store, it was 1,000 packages. We started at like 11. I didn't get out of there until maybe 4. They had a lot of people too. They had like 4 or 5 people out there unloading, and it was just slow. Nothing I could do about it. You know, I was kind of angry, upset. I parked for the night. I get up the next morning, you know, and I was kind of mad because my boss gave me 2 Chicagos in the same week. I usually don't take 2 Chicagos in the same week, but I was just doing it a solid. So took the Chicago. And I had a long Tuesday, which I would say after 2 months of being here, on Tuesday I went to my second. I never been to the same store twice, but on this past Tuesday I went to the same stores that I actually been to, so it was really great, and they were all good stores out in the country in Sioux Falls, Sioux City, up there. So they're really good stores. They got me done fast. Also, what else do y'all want to know about the Family Dollar account? I would say that it is really, really easy to apply. You do not need experience to come on the Family Dollar account. I would tell you this, that don't let no other trucking company try to lie to you and say, you know, you're not gonna make the same amount of money in drive-in as you do here. In drive-in, and even night drive-in, you're not gonna make, you know, they might put you at 60 cents, 70 cents a mile. If they put you at 80 cents a mile, you know, you're never going to make the same amount that you make here on the Family Dollar account. Like, I'm pulling in consistently $2,300, $2,400. The lowest is probably $2,280 a week grossing. So, and you're not gonna see that. Definitely not new. As a new driver, you're definitely not gonna see that anywhere else as just sitting on your butt driving. Even in flatbed, you're not gonna see it. So as a new driver, fresh out of school, I would say come put your time in here. At least you can say you put your time in here and you made good money, and you can go somewhere else and, you know, chill and stuff like that and put your time in and get your experience underneath your belt. With that being said, yes, I do gross $2,200 to $2,400 a week. That's with me staying out 7 days. So that includes the pay schedules from Sunday to Saturday. So I stayed all those days. It's $300 a day, $20 per stop, and $20 per back call. You don't have to work that day. Like on the weekends, we don't unload on the weekends. You might get 2 or 3 loads a week, guaranteed 2. 3 is probably pushing it, depending on, you know, if you want to get home every week and on the weekends. On this account, you do not have to stay out all the time. They might ask you every once in a blue moon, but for the most part, they get you home every weekend if you want to go home every weekend. I don't go home every weekend because, like I said, I'm trying to buy a truck, build a fleet. Yes, in this market, I'm trying to build a fleet in this market because these are realistic numbers. Those COVID numbers that you saw are not realistic. You know, $4, $5, $6, you know, $5 a mile for freaking drive-in. Come on now. That's not realistic. Realistic, you know, rates are low. But when they go back up, they're not going to ever see what you saw in COVID for my owner operators. Just to put that out there. Another thing, I will say that I grossed in 2 months $23,000. No. That's off. That's including some reimbursements that I had. My gross is $22,600 in 2 months on being on an account. 2 full months of being on account. That includes, I got on account, my first paycheck was the first week of July, on being on the account, and I did it all the way up until the last week of August. So July to August, gross $22,600. That is really, I don't know if that's good or not. Y'all tell me. Like I said, I do run hard. I stay out 6 weeks. 6 weeks at a time. I really don't go home unless I have to. I'm going home for a week because it's my birthday. I need to get some stuff done around the house. And stuff like that. Next time y'all probably might see me. I have my dog, not little dog, because he definitely not little. I have my dog with me. See how he likes it. We're gonna take it 1 week at a time. If he don't really like it, then I drop him back off at home at my mom's. Yeah, we gonna see how he likes it. And I don't know. He's usually with me when I go home, and he likes the big backyard that we have and everything. Like I said, if you're coming from St. Louis, I'm out of St. Louis. Your terminal will be the Kansas City terminal. There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. You can park at the Swift Yard off of Hall Street. If you're from St. Louis, you know exactly where Hall Street is. Or Missouri area, Missouri residents, you're going to Kansas City. That's going to be your terminal. We have a great terminal manager. Terminal's kind of small. We're really outgrowing it. I could see them moving in the next year or so. There is a Swift Yard down the street, which is huge. It's huge. That Swift. We did Top Gun training. So if you're new, you would do a Top Gun training, which is a week long. It's nothing but back end and simulator and all of that. We did it over at the Swift Yard. Really great people over there. Really kind of weird simulator, but it's nice at the same time. But yeah, though, guys. Yeah, the yard, the KC Yard, they do have showers, laundry, vending machine, truck parking, bobtail parking. I would say a lot of the parking spaces are taken up. We have a lot of bobtail and trailers for sale there. So that is taken up probably, I have to say, like 70% of the yard. The yard's not that big. It's a decent sized yard. You can get, your truck worked on there and stuff like that. And they also have fuel, so you can get your fuel there and everything. Which is, if you go to the KC Yard, they always want you to get fuel at KC Yard because you can they save money like that. Another thing is, what do people ask me a lot? How do I save? On this account, it's really easy to save, y'all. I don't eat out a lot. Like, I cook a lot of rice, fish, nachos, pork chops. I cook a lot on this in the truck. Another thing, the truck's shut off at 70 degrees, so it's 67 currently, so the truck's not running. It'll cut on for like 10 minutes, then it'll shut off. They do have 1800 watt inverters. They have TV mounts. These internationally, you can fit a 32-inch TV. Just to let you know that. What else? Maybe I'll make a video for y'all on how I set up the rollers. Which I would tell y'all that there is a roller. It's 100% hand unload. So you gotta, every box in that trailer, if it's 2,800 pieces in that trailer, you got 4 stops, you gotta touch 2,800 pieces. No ifs, ands, buts about it. That's about it, y'all. I would tell y'all that this account is nothing but blindside backing. You will do some site side but it's a lot of blindside backing, y'all. A lot of blindside. The loads aren't too heavy. If you get a 40-some thousand pound load, it's gonna be a lot of water on that trailer. And water's probably the most crappiest things to I hate water. Like when they give us a whole pallet for a store and it's 86 cases in that pallet, it's terrible, y'all. But actually, I'm actually show y'all the back of my truck. So don't make fun of my truck. It's actually pretty dirty, y'all. But and it's nighttime. We out here in the Iowa, Maquoketa. But this is the truck. This right here is the boards that I use to slide down dog food, anything else, sugar, stuff like that. These are my rollers. All of these. You get 8 of those, and they 8 feet long. So yeah, y'all get 8 of those, and the rack. It's like a little rack that you put them up in there with, and they really it's hard to get up in there with a trailer. So especially if you like kind of cat corner, it's really limited space right there. So yeah, it's really limited space. But yeah, you get 6 3 3. You get 7 rollers. I'm sorry, 7 rollers, 6 8-foot rollers, and 1 4-foot roller. I only use 5. I do have an extra roller back there for my 53s, but I only use the extra roller once. So, and I really don't even use the short roller when I get all the way to the end, because it's 40 feet. Then so about 5 feet, I ain't worried about carrying it 5 feet. So, but yeah, like I said, the account, you can make a lot of money on this account. Nick is the boss on this account. Up here in Maquoketa, Iowa. He is great. You will run as much as you want to and as hard as you want to. Nothing really bad to say about him. He's just an average person. And he's good to me. I feel like I talk to him a lot, and I'm like, man, how do you talk to me so much? And you got 17 other people to worry about. He's like, I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know either. But I will say that at least Nick rewards you for how hard you run. So you run hard, you do your due diligence, and you help him out, he'll help you out. So like I said, I don't know about the other accounts, the other big trucking companies like Schneider's on this account, CRST's on this account, and Warner's on this account. I don't know how much they're paying you, but I will tell y'all this. You won't make as much money with the other companies. And no, Knight does not pay me to say this. But you won't. You really won't. They pay you by the mile, they pay you by the stop, they pay you by the case. They pay you by mile, case, stops, detention pay, all of that. Who wants all of that? That's too much to add up. And so like when you sitting over the weekends, to my knowledge, you don't get paid. So at least on night, you're basically salary. You work 5 days, you get X amount of dollars. You work 7 days, you get X amount of dollars. You do 3 stops, you get X amount of dollars. With all of this, all of that miles and all of that, it's too much to add up. It's too much. So, like, really, I look at it like this. I just got a load. I just got back yesterday, which was Friday, and I did a Thursday load. I got back yesterday, which was Friday, to Maquoketa. I did a Thursday Chicago. And I'm doing my 34-hour reset, which I don't have to, but I probably do have to. But doing a 34, I always do a 34 on the weekends just in case. And do my 34 tomorrow's Sunday. Don't have to do nothing on Sunday. But I always drive on Sundays because, just to keep it going, so I don't be too tired on Monday doing a whole stretch. Like I got a load going up to Minnesota, somewhere in Minnesota by Sioux City. like an hour from there. So I got five stores to hit, but that's like 6 hours away. So I cut it up. I'll be like, I'll do 3 tomorrow, 3 on 3 on Monday, and it's for a Tuesday drop. And then my 5th store I deliver on Wednesday, because I can't do 5 stores in a day because it's too much. I ain't gonna have enough time on my clock. So just think about it. I get paid Friday. I mean, even though I have to drive back Friday, so let's just say I Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I actually have to drive Monday, technically. I have to drive that to get there on Tuesday. But Saturday and Sunday, I get paid. You know, for now, I get that, so what's that, $300, $600? Not too bad. Not too bad for just sitting there. So, that's how I look at it. These other companies, they don't really do that. So, and like they said, they pay them, Family Dollar pays them by the mile, by all of that, and how, like, what trucks are available. So they make the company's making buku money off of these. So y'all hit me up in the comments, what y'all want to know more about about Night Family Dollar account. I will say the hardest part about being on the account is dealing with the people. You're gonna face so much adversity. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. If you get mad, call your partner or whoever, whatever you're dealing with. And like, I called my girlfriend. I expressed how I'm feeling. Or I call Nick. You know, like, oh, the store pissing me off. They take it too long. So just do that. Don't say nothing to the store. You know, but also, you know, don't take no disrespect. So, you know, just don't take no disrespect, and, you know, just hold your tongue, but talk when it need to talk. So that's how I look at it. So yeah, y'all, that's probably the hardest part. The turns are really tight when you get in these cities. Now, I'm talking about Chicago cities. The turns are really tight. As some of these places are not meant for trucks, semi trucks. You will have to blindside. You will have to back down alleys with trash cans, dumpsters, fences, people dogs barking, people looking out their windows so you don't hit their brush. I was all up in this lady brush. I did not care. You can call the company what you want to. I'm sorry to say this, but I had to back down an alley and onto a 4-way street, and there was no way that I could have did it without getting in some of her brush. So there's a trash can over here I was close to. It was a fence and some brush, so I'm gonna be close to the brush besides that trash can. So like I said, y'all just have to really watch your mirrors. Watch your mirrors. Be cautious. Be super cautious. Watch your mirrors, especially on the right hand turns. I don't care how long you've been driving. I don't care none of that. Like I said, y'all, I've been driving trucks since I was 18. I legally didn't get my license till about 7-8 months ago. So, but I would tell y'all this: no matter how long you've been driving, you don't care. Get out and look. Get out and look. So, but that's all I gotta say. If y'all got any questions, hit me up in the comments. I would try my best to get back to them as soon as possible. I am busy. I'm always on the road. So, y'all, and the good thing about Night is, I would say, y'all can set your own schedule. So, like I said, y'all be safe out there. Tell your loved ones you love them. And peace. This Chase Massey with Night Hot Truck. Peace.